I'm joined today by the former UK Open champion and Lakeside World finalist, Danny Noppert. Danny, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm playing better the last 2 weeks, so I'm better in my confidence now at the moment.
Yes, that's come through watching you play. Of course, if we go back a year ago, you played in the World Matchplay. You're back now for the 5th year in a row. How are you feeling ahead of playing in the Winter Gardens this weekend?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to play there, of course. Last year had a good performance over there. I reached the semi-final, so it was a great week over there. And Blackpool, of course, is a nice city to play.
Yeah, you mentioned that semi-final, your best performance so far in Blackpool. This week you're playing Sunday against Martin Schindler in the first round. Do you have any thoughts on the draw?
Every game, every opponent will be hard, of course, because all good players over there. But Schindler, he's a good guy. I like him. He's a nice guy. We're always like friends with each other. But Sunday, of course, no, we are not friends on the stage. But I'm looking forward to play against him.
Well, we're looking forward to that match. Now, as I said before we started, this is the first time we've had you on the show. So we have some questions about how you got into darts. How did you first discover the sport, and tell us about your start in darts?
I was 19, and the brother of the friend of my brother play in a local pub competition. Like it's every Tuesday evening we play, and there was one guy left that team, and they say, "Is it maybe something for you to play with us?" And I was thinking, yeah, why not? And give it a chance. And I played in a team, and I couldn't count and everything, and they helped me with everything. And in a few months after, I was one of the best in the team. And from that, I was playing tournaments, local tournaments, and and of course I didn't win all the games, and that was not always easy. But I was keep trying, and and look where I'm now.
Yeah, then obviously you said you started playing at 19, so that would have meant it was just a few years later when you had your first deep run in a major, 2013 quarterfinals of the World Masters. But it was a few years later, I think 2016, that was your breakthrough. 4 titles in the BDO, qualified for the Grand Slam. How much confidence did you take out of 2016?
Really much, of course. Indeed, 2013 was my first television, and direct I reached the quarterfinal, and then how can I say it? I was from the beginning I was already quick confident, because I played the Scottish Open. Can't remember what year it was, but that was also my first international rank tournament, and I won. So I was it was quickly good, and and 2016, what was that tournament you mean?
That year you won 4 titles that year, also qualified for the Grand Slam. I think you made the Dutch Open final that year.
Yeah. It was also a really good year indeed. At Dutch Open against Martin Adams it was on stage, also for big crowd. So I play a lot of tournaments, and that made my confidence better, of course. That's what you need. Play a lot of tournaments, and then you go better. I'm not practicing a lot, but I play a lot of tournaments, and that gives me the power.
And of course, for a lot of fans, the first time they would have seen you was at the end of 2016, that Grand Slam. Made it to the last 16 against Gary Anderson. Then, of course, at Lakeside, making it all the way to the World Finals, losing out both to Anderson and then Durant at the Lakeside. Did you take a lot of positives from that, or did the defeat of losing a World Final sting more than the positives?
Yeah, of course. Like the Grand Slam, it was my first time to play a tournament for the PDC, of course, and it was really nice. And I was in a group with also with Raymond van Barneveld, Sully and Espinel. I can remember, and I was through the group, and it was my standard was that time also around the 100 mark, and it was really special for myself. Because if you're confident on stage, that's nice, and like the Lakeside was also really special week for me. It was really nice, and I'm really happy to play over there.
Well, you mentioned the Grand Slam was your first taste of the PDC, but a year after your Lakeside final, you made the switch. And in your first year, you won a Pro Tour title, qualified for the World Championships. Were you surprised at how quickly you won a title? Or, tell us about that first year.
Yeah, I was not. The first year I was thinking, I want to focus on the top 64, of course. And what we say, I played before the BDO, so I know how to play tournaments and like to play good opponents. But it was I always believe in myself, and that gives me the power, of course. And like to win a Pro Tour. I was not thinking about it. I was thinking about to reach the top 64. So and now I won already 3 Pro Tours. So that's really nice.
That's true. You won one last year, one this year, but you've also won something a little bit bigger than a Pro Tour. Must have been a special moment last year when you won your first PDC major in the UK Open. It's such an unpredictable tournament with the random draw after each round. So when did you start to believe that weekend that you could win it?
I'm never think about win the tournament. I always see game by game, but from the beginning I was good. My finishing was good, and there was some close games. But at the end of the day, it's a long day, the final day. But that was you can see that as well in the final. I didn't play my good game, and Michael Smith as well. He didn't play really good, but my finishing was good, and the last leg, of course, that was the best leg in the whole match for me, and that was the most important leg.
Indeed, and as I think everyone would say, that was a very nervy, tired final. But as you said in that last leg, you threw your best leg. What was going through your head when it was 10-10 throughout that leg?
Not really much. I was only focused. Like of course, win. You want to win, and that's in your head. But I want to stay calm, and that's what I was thinking. And you do your best, and better than that it's not possible. So go for it, and that's what was I thinking.
Well, it wasn't your only deep run on television last year. We mentioned earlier the semifinals of the match play, but also quarterfinals of the European Championships, quarterfinals back in Minehead for the Players' Championship final. A lot of fans talk about the Premier League lineup. Was it something you were thinking about, given you'd won the UK Open during the first few months of the year? Or, did you put the Premier League out of your mind?
No, I didn't put it out of my mind. But I had a little hope for to get an invite. But but like now is also really busy with all the tournaments, like the World Series and everything. It's a lot of traveling, so I have a little bit more time with the family now. But I want to reach it once in my life to play Premier League. But I was a little bit disappointed that I was not in. But it's like now it's also busy.
Did the PDC talk to you at all about the Premier League, explain the decision, or they just never contact?
It was never contact, no. But I'm happy that I'm now playing the World Series. Of course, I was in Poland, and in August I go to Australia and New Zealand, and it's also really special for me to get that invite, and that's why I play darts. I want to play. I want to play all the tournaments. So I hope in the future, indeed, the Premier League or something.
Well, you mentioned the World Series just played in Poland. You also played in the World Cup alongside Dirk van Dijvenbode, edged out in a thrilling match against Belgium. What did you make of the new format with one long best out of 15 pairs game? Do you prefer the new format or the old format?
I like this format. So for the crowd or watching, it's also more atmosphere on the stage from the players. It's more I like it. I like the format, and normally was Dirk play a single. I was behind the stage, and I like that. And now it's more like a team playing, and is what I like. And we lose that game, but it's something new to play a long game of pairs. But it's nice to see.
So, I mean, right now at the top of the rankings, Dutch Darts has you, Michael van Gerwen, Dirk van Dijvenbode. But it seems like it's not going to slow down anytime soon. Remarkable start to his career from Gian van Veen. We've also seen Barry Van Peer and Jeffrey de Zwaan seem like their careers are back going in the right direction. What is the dart scene like back in the Netherlands right now? Are there more players that we should look out for?
I'm not sure, but the Gian van Veen is a really talented guy. I see him a lot of 100 averages and stuff like that. And Barry Van Peer is now he lost his tour card last year, but he's now really good playing at the moment. But for the rest, I don't know all the Dutch players, but I think they are the future for the young dart players. They are the future for the Netherlands, of course. And I'm not that old. I'm also just 32, so I have a long time to go. But I don't know the young players.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Even you, Michael van Gerwen, Dirk van Dijvenbode are still young, so a lot of time left for all the top Dutch players. Now back to the World Matchplay. You did win another title. It was an award we gave out by our listeners for the Blind 180 of the Year, your Blind 180 at the World Matchplay. Do you think you have the confidence to try something like that on the stage again this year?
Well, why not? But that was a funny moment. I saw him he was on. He didn't go for the 180 or something, but sometimes when there's something in my head, then I do it. So I'm not thinking before a match I will do a blind 180 or something. But I'm confident on stage. I'm more sharing the if I throw 180 or a good finish, I'm feeling better at the moment. So maybe something special.
Yeah, it was. And then lastly, you've obviously achieved a lot. You've won a major. You're in the top 8 of the world. Now playing in the World Series events, as you mentioned. What's the next goal? What's the next thing you'd like to achieve in darts?
Yeah, my next goal is play a little bit better and more finals, more semifinals. I need to be a little bit steadier. And my goal is to win another major, and but there are a lot of good players, but I believe in it. I can do that, but then I need to play a little bit better than I'm doing. But why not?
Why not, indeed. Well, Danny, thank you, and best of luck this week in Blackpool.
Okay, hey, thank you very much.